Okay. Good morning, everyone. I am now doing part 2 of the half pipe assignment. So part 1, we did the grease pencil. So part 2, we need to do the blocking. Now, if by some random Maya weird thing you don't have your grease pencil anymore, but you've already exported it as a video, I want to show you how to import the video so that you can still use your grease pencil as reference. Um, so, first off, open up your file. You want to go to File, Save Scene As, HP02 underscore your name. Your name. You want to save it with your files. I'm just going to save it on the desktop for now. Okay, HP02 because this is for blocking. 01 is for the grease pencil. Okay. Once you have your file open and you don't have your grease pencil working, for those who do, great. If not, I'll show you how to import a image plane. You want to go to your main camera on the side in this outliner. You can find it through this button right over here. You can open up the outliner. I'm going to go to your main camera. Command D to duplicate it. Command D to duplicate it. Then let's double click on that and rename that image plane. Or let's say ref, for like reference. So ref. And then we go to your attributes box, which is over here, attribute editor. Go to ref. Go to, okay, this part might take me a second. Okay, don't mess with that. Okay, we're in ref shape. Move over here instead. Find the environment tab, and you should be able to create an image plane. So I'm going to say create. I'm going to change the file type from image to movie. And then I'm going to click on this folder to find the play blast of my grease pencil. Okay, so I have it right here, HP01 underscore Monic. Yours will have your own name. I'm going to open that up. And then I'm going to go to my show tab, show image plane. Yeah, so show image plane. Now my image plane is there. I probably need to scale it up. See how I can do that. Let me see. Okay, I want to change. Let me make this bigger so you can see. If you change the alpha grain, this will make it transparent so that you can see both the image plane and your ball. So I want to make mine semi-transparent. I'm just going to do like 0.5. And then I want to go to my reference camera. It's more advanced, so please bear with me. On the perspective view, go to show. Should have cameras. Yeah. So let's find the reference camera. Panels. Ref. Okay. Why is it glitching? Should not be doing that. There we go. Go back to perspective. Why is it not showing up? Image planes. Huh. Let me undo that real fast. I'm gonna click on the image plane again and scale that up. Yeah, that works. I just went back to the main camera, went in the outliner over here to just scale it up so that it Lines up well. Awesome. That works. Go to the image plane and let's lock those attributes. Yeah. So I'm going to go over here. So I don't want to mess with the image plane anymore. I'm going to go to image plane. For those who need to do this, go to the channels box. Click on translate X, hold down shift, go to scale. Everything should be highlighted in blue. You're going to right click and lock selected. So now this should not move. You should not be able to select it or change it in any way. Okay, so now I have my grease pencil video up. Let's play it, make sure it works. Yep, everything's lined up, and we can go on to blocking. Bless you. Okay, any questions so far? I know that was kind of a lot. Any questions so far? Okay, so for my blocking, I'm just going to scrub through this, and just like previous assignments, like the ramp one, I want to place the ball. Oh, you can grab the middle control. Make sure you only grab the middle control for this first part. I'm going to bring it up here because that's where it's going to shoot in. I'm going to do Shift W, because I just want to do translation first. Just doing translation first. So it shoots in, then hits the wall at frame 9. So I'm going to move the ball right over here. I'm going to Shift W. So now the ball is moving along that path. Okay? I'm going to move it on forward until it hits the next wall. I'm going to move it on over there. I'm just working on translation. This makes things way easier for me. Okay, just working on translation, then I'll do rotation. Okay, then I'm going to move it on over until it hits the next point. So I have more of a contact right here. Move it on over. Shift W. And I'm going to find this highest point and put it there. Except I'm going to have it a little bit down because I don't want it to clip out in the film gate. Otherwise, it will not be visible when I export it out. Okay? So Shift W. I want to keep it round, so as I scrub through, I'm just holding down on the timeline, and I'm just seeing how it goes, like just scrubbing. So I want it to be more round. Just make it a little more round. Just move it on over. Shift W. So now it kind of follows this path a bit better. Just move it up here. Make it a little more round. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Line it up here. Shift W. I want to keep it round. Just going to move this out. Just moving the ball where I put the grease pencil. That was my reference. And I like the timing. So I'm just lining it up. Shift W. So that is all I'm doing. Right now, I'm just finding my grease pencil and lining up my ball to the grease pencil. So, wait, let me just move that real fast. Okay. Move it on over. Do you have any questions so far? No questions so far? Okay. Okay. So again, all I'm doing is just lining up my grease pencil and my ball. Okay, so let's see how it looks so far. So yep, it's following my grease pencil. Looks good. Now I want to think about the rotation. If I want to still edit the ball, I can, but I want to work on rotation next. Yep, because on the next part so the question was, do we really have to work on rotation? Yes, because when we do the squash and stretch, I want to make sure that these handles, the squash and stretch handles, are in the correct place. It'll make life much easier if the ball is rotated and the handles are in the where they need to be. So when we do squash and stretch, it is much easier to do. Does that make sense? Any other questions before I do rotation? Okay, so I'm just going to go through the rotation. So I'm going to go through and rotate the ball here. And to save rotation is Shift E. Shift E. So Shift E. Just go through my animation. Shift E. Shift E. Let me check, make sure I like that. Oh, I want this to go this way instead. So it jumps there, and then it leads with that side, jumps over there, and then it leads with this side. So let me make sure the rotation looks good. So Shift E. Shift E. Shift E. I'm going to just do Shift E right over here. Shift E. I'm going to keep doing Shift E. I'm going to go back and do that. Make sure the ball is rotating the way I want it. I want to rotate there, Shift E. So let me check. My advanced students in the back, please keep quiet. I'm doing a demo. Thank you. So right now I'm just checking that the rotation is the direction I want it. Yep, looks good so far. So when I play it, rotation should be the way I want it. Now if I think it's going too slow, I can mess around with the frames just like on the grease pencil part. But this should be good for now. When I add in the squash and stretch, anything that seems slow should be fixed up. When I play it, make sure it's all good. Yeah. Yeah. And that's it for the blocking stage. That is the blocking stage. Now for those who have Grease Pencil up, go to Show, turn off Grease Pencil. For those who have the image plane instead, go to your Show and then turn off Image Plane. And then finally, to export it, you got to turn off Show, turn off those NURBS curbs, turn off this grid, film gate, and it should be ready to export. So go down to the time slider, click on the square, let's make sure the settings are right, ornaments turned off, format, AVF, from render settings, and apply.
Do we have to turn off the background scribbles?
The Grease Pencil? Yes. And you can do that in the Show tab. So Show, Grease Pencil. Just turn that off. You want to turn it off when you do the blocking stage. So this stage right here. And you always play your animation to make sure that it's right. I will be going back to this to make sure it's a bit cleaner. So right here, you can see that it's not touching the the half pipe. So I'll be, shame on me. So I will be going back to fix that for the next video. So you want to go in your blocking phase and really get those details. So don't let this hover, unless if that's part of your animation. But for the most part, it probably shouldn't. Anyway, I'm going to go to the file up here. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to make it my desktop. I'm going to rename it HP01 _ your name. I am Mr. Monic. Monic. And return. Whoops, I need to do HP02. My bad. HP02. 01 was the last assignment. Let me do that again. HP02. Monic. Return. And then I'm going to make sure my file is saved. So file, save scene. Because we already did save scene as earlier. That's why I got the new name up there.